and they all know there that we have a lawsuit against the city. I mean, and so they have to really protect their own, and that's what they do. That's why I asked to have it removed from there to a court that's not biased.
Yeah.
And they want to keep it where they're biased.
Well, that's what they're doing to me right now.
That's what they're doing to you.
They're railroading me. I fired my lawyer because he said, my lawyer actually said that I didn't with my notepad. That's when you put the process on the attorney.
Yeah.
And then,
Which didn't happen.
yeah, which obviously didn't happen. And then so I fired his ass, and the court wouldn't let me fire him, and then he wouldn't allow himself to be fired, and so they wouldn't allow me to get rid of him. And they wouldn't allow me to change the venue, even though all the witnesses are here against me, against us. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
The only witnesses.
So anyway,
and shit that we have.
so all cases are dropped, and that's good.
Except for
everything
3.
is good, except for the 3 in the magistrate court. Pick it up. All the ones that have been dropped in the county court.
But
so,
the bad news is, this was not dropped because there's no probable cause. It's because when you read what happened, it's because they sent a cop down who wasn't the one that was involved, and he couldn't answer questions.
yeah, but
And
if they
so-
they did that on purpose, because Pat
Yep.
couldn't answer the questions either.
Well, okay, well, but my point is, it would be better if they were dropped because there was no case, not because the cops made an insufficient record.
Yeah.
Because then you,
But we'll
you-
take it.
but
That's
you-
a-
yeah,
that is
because
no
then they-
case, though.
But that just means they get to fight about whether or not there was probable cause when you sue on the next step.
Yeah.
And it's not already foreclosed. So, like on Mark's, it was dismissed without even a trial.
Right.
No hearing, no nothing. Boom, dismissed. No, Arts was dismissed. Period. So that's a stronger dismissal. But yeah, a win is a win is a win.
Yeah, a win is a win, and that them arguments that you're talking about can be argued on the next level.
We need to get
in the
that
court.
fucking special action problem they can change that fucking.
When do I start putting in all my things that I know that I'm suing on?
Your claims have to go in from 6 months from the date that. Well, it should be from the date of the incident, but you're past that now, and you can, make a stab to say that it's
Because it went so long, the trials
oh, yeah, I didn't know I had a claim for false arrest until they were dismissed, which
right.
is true.
Yeah, you don't know
Although
until.
you cannot maintain a claim for false arrest unless it's dismissed,
Oh, okay.
because otherwise the issue of whether or not there was probable cause is open.
Right, and it would never.
And if you get convicted, obviously, then you can't come back and say there was no probable cause, because now you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So that's why you have to wait
Right.
till the conclusion of the criminal. But your claims would go in against the officers, and I would put them in now.
But he can go right into federal court, where he has 2 years. So that's the best.
And they're going to
move.
move you to federal court
Yeah, they're
anyway.
going to move it anyway.
They're going to move you to
Why
federal
not play the games and go right to federal court?
Yeah, and then you
you've
don't
got
have
2
see,
years.
They don't say something like, "Oh, you have to go to the lower
no,
courts first."
see
No.
when you file it, because you're filing for constitutional violations. They have original jurisdiction over the Constitution, feds. You can file it in state court, and they can decide constitutional issues as well. But the feds are the ones that really have. After all, it's the United States Constitution we're saying they violate.
Yes, of federal.
So, and that's a 2-year statute of limitations. So you have 2 years from that date to launch that suit, draft a complaint, and get it filed in federal court. And you might as well file in federal court.
Yep. That sounds like a good idea.
Well, I can guarantee you that we filed in state court, went to all the trouble to get those notices and everything, and as soon as they got the fucking
Hey,
complaint,
Gunny, come on over here. We need to talk to you. Come on, Gunny. Gunny, please.
He's all run, leaving as fast as he can.
Gunny.
Hey, they dropped all your charges you put on me, Guiney.
Right on. I'm so happy for you.
So that's the terms. You got the 6 months is an Arizona statute that says if you're going to sue a public employee, you have to give them a notice in 6 months and then make a claim. If you're going to just go right to federal court, it's 2 years from the date of the incident. 2 years from the date of the arrest.
So I still got plenty of time then. How much that's just going to be? But it's going to be like $350 to file.
Well, not only that, there's going to be other expenses too. That's what Tuck and I are fighting with. Where we're going to be fighting with the attorney right there. And then there's depositions and costs for this and costs for it's not going to.
Yeah.
It's not just the filing fee. But that's one reason to file in state court. I think it's actually only 250, but I don't think it's much more than that in Fed court either. And the reason why they move it to federal court, of course, is because it's more formal. There's more rules, and you'll be more under the gun over there than you would in state court. State, there's a whole bunch of different rules that apply in federal court that don't apply in state court. It's a little more complicated,
In federal?
Yeah, you're going to be wearing a suit every day,
Yeah.
You have to wear a suit?
Yeah, you have to talk at the podium. There's a whole bunch of different rules in the federal court. I mean, they're not complicated. but-
Right. It's just you got to know them and be aware of them and get prepped up on them.
You can't be dressed like he is now?
Well, as a person,
Charles looks great
a
in the
regular
suit. He
person,
won't have a problem.
They may let you go in like that. Come on, you can
And
saw
you
my
look,
cousin
you always
Vinny,
dress
right?
nice.
Yeah.
You know what happens to attorneys
That's
who
right.
don't dress right?
That's right.
You mean you were serious about that?
Yeah, I watched that last night to fresh up on today's case.
I don't know if that has any bearing on these cases.
I mean, you're
Help me
serious?
out.
You were serious about that?
All right, so
So-
anyway, the good news is they're all dropped in this
Oh.
court. So he's
Yay.
14
It's a
and
big
0.
day for Charro.
14 and 0,
Woohoo!
Charles.
I've
Way
never
to
won
be,
a case
dude.
before in my life. I've always either pled guilty or took the pleas and did time and all that shit. So for me to beat one case is just, that was like over the top for me. It's never happened before, but now I'm looking at 8 cases that I beat.
So now you have to fight that
Yay.
much harder to get that moved out of that court, especially moved away from that judge, but out of that whole court, because you're not going to win anything in that court. They already know the verdict. They just got to.
Yep, they just got to go through the
I
proceedings.
told you I
Yep.
liked that judge from the first time I laid eyes on her and saw what
Yeah,
she did in her
so-
court. I
yeah.
thought she's a fucking damn good judge. She knows law. She's fair.
She's
I
so
also
fair.
told you when we walked out, man. That's really good news.
That's what I
Takes some
told
time.
him that you said. I said, Slinky said that it's all good signs because she would have just typed
Yeah.
denied. If she has to
Right,
write it up,
probably
I told him.
denied
That's
it,
what
but
I went
we're
and
gonna
told
set
him.
for-
That's
it.
exactly what I
Wouldn't take
told
any
him.
time at all.
So they dropped a criminal trespass in the 3rd degree.
Yep.
They dropped a refusing to provide truthful name or whatever the hell. They dropped criminal trespass, the 2nd degree.
Passive resistance.
Passive resistance. They dropped those.
Passive resistance is not putting the handcuffs on yourself.
Right.
You have to run up to the cop, tackle him, take the handcuffs, and put them on yourself.
Yeah. They dropped my interfering with the judicial procedure and disorderly conduct of abusive language.
Woohoo! Way to be, Charles. Good
It
job.
took.
It's nice to get a
It
win.
took Sherman 10
Got
minutes.
Bow
to,
for class with Bow over there.
Handcuff you.
Slink
So
right
the
here.
actually 6 other cops came.
Tuck Police Suck right here and El Charro Negro Justice. So we just had a big victory in court. They dismissed those last 4 charges of Charro's. So he's down to only facing 3
Oh yeah, I could bet
3
you-
charges left that we're fighting. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser for him. I'll be putting up my PayPal or El Charro Negro's PayPal.
Yeah, you know what?
If anyone could help out, we'd sure appreciate that. These last charges, we're going to need a lawyer to fight with because it's an assault charge against the stupid ass security. I did write a couple motions that we're going to be filing today. I wrote a motion for change of venue, and I also wrote a motion for dismissal to vacate Rule 11. They're trying to get him on a Rule 11, which is a psych evaluation, trying to say he's not competent to stand trial and defend himself or anything. So I'm going to be doing a fundraiser coming up here soon, and I hope if anyone has an extra $1, $2, $5, $10, $100, $20, anything, 50 cents, I don't care. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little update, let you know what went down today, and it was all good news. All his charges were dropped. They were all thrown out of justice court. So today's a win, but we have a lot more court coming up, so stay tuned. And we have court, I believe, 3 or 4 more times this month between Charro and I, so we should have hopefully some more good news for you guys. But I thank you all for being here. And I'll talk to you soon. It's Tucson Lori, over and out.